Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Decatur Co-op, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, FNB Bank of Oberlin, Frederickson Insurance Agency, Kitchen Solvers, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, Ray's Grocery, The Bank in Downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Ward Drug Store.
Now, here's the voice of the Red Devils, Sam Knoll.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome from the Colby Event Center for the final two matches of the regular season for the Lady Red Devils here tonight as they take on the Colby Eagles and the Quinter Bulldogs in a triangular. And I'm Sam Knoll, giving you all the play-by-play action tonight. We'll have coverage of both Oberlin games tonight against Colby and Quinter. You can see both games as well over on our KFNF YouTube channel. Oberlin comes into tonight with a record of 15-16, coming off of a 2-2 weekend at the Northwest Kansas League Tournament. The Red Devils have somewhat fallen on hard times anyway, just 3-4 in their last 7 games, but they have won 2 straight. Open up the Northwest Kansas League Tournament by losing to Quinter in a tight 3-set match, and then lost to Dighton as well in another tight 3-set match, even taking the first set against the Hornets, but then would lose 25-21, 25-13. And as we talk with head coach Lindsey Fortin in just a second here in our Decatur Co-op pre-match show, Oberlin lost to first place Dighton and second place Quinter, so it's a tough pool for the Red Devils to get out of. They went 0-2, made their way into the losers bracket side of things, and took down St. Francis in a tight 2-set match, 25-23, 25-22, and then dominated Wallace County 25-20, 25-19 to walk away from the Northwest Kansas League Tournament 2-2, which in my opinion is still a win, as it was a very tight league this year from top to bottom, and as we saw, Dighton ended up being the winner. They were the 4 seed going into the tournament. They walked away with the Northwest Kansas League title, and past 2 or 3 years, it's kind of been like that, where it's just been anybody's league. Hasn't been really one standout team, and so for Oberlin to walk away with 2 wins, that certainly was huge. As for Colby, they come in today with a record of 14-19. The Eagles have been on a little bit of a heater as of late, as they are winners of 7 of their last 9 games, including a 3-2 weekend over the weekend at the GWAC tournament, in which they would take down Hugoton and Scott City, beating Hugoton 2-0, Scott City 2-1, and then they beat Cimarron in their final match of the day 2-0. Would lose on the way to Holcomb 2-0 and Goodland 2-0, but a 3-2 weekend and a tough GWAC this season was very good for the Colby Eagles, that is for sure, who kind of got off to a rough start at 0-8 and just 2-11 to start the season, even a little bit worse than that, but have really rebounded in the second half of the season. About from September 25th on, they've been able to win quite a few matches, including 7 of their last 9. So the Eagles come in hot. The Red Devils looking to continue their hot streak as winners of 2 in a row, as both of these teams already know where they're going next week for the regionals, and would love nothing more to have a lot of momentum behind them as they make their way there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we sit down and talk with head coach Lindsey Fortin, get her thoughts on the season so far and what she expects to see out of both Colby and Quinter tonight. That's coming up next on our Decatur Co-op pre-match show on 101.1 KFNF.
Ever wonder why some people have a spring in their step? It's simple. Fuel. Quality fuel from Decatur Co-op. Without the right fuel, your day can feel like a drag. But with Decatur Co-op's premium Fieldmaster diesel or unleaded fuel delivered straight to you, those days of sluggish starts are over. Serving Northwest Kansas and Southwest Nebraska, they keep you moving. Check out their bulk fuel delivery today. Premium fuel and service you deserve at Decatur Co-op, with a location near you.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquashieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Time to sit down and get the thoughts from the head coach on today's Best Country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back into our Decatur Co-op pregame show as we get set ready to go for a little more Oberlin Red Devil volleyball tonight. Final two games of the regular season for the Lady Red Devils as they match up with Quinter and Colby. And here talking with head coach of the Red Devils, Lindsey Fortin. Boy, coach, can you believe it? The end of the season is finally here. I know, regional seeding has already been out, but it's crazy that this is your final two matches of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes really fast. I mean, it's fast and furious, and so it doesn't really feel like finally. It feels more like, oh my gosh, already? But regardless, we're excited about tonight.
And two really good opponents to end out the year. But flipping it back to the last time you guys were out over the weekend there at the Northwest Kansas League Tournament, boy, it seems like the league gets tougher and tougher every year. You guys were able to walk away with a couple of wins, a 2-2 day walking out of there. I know, obviously, you like to be kind of in the semifinals and the championship, but to walk out of there with two wins against two tough opponents, it was a good weekend, wasn't it?
We lost. The only games we lost were to the eventual first and second place teams. So you can't really be too mad about that, I guess, especially when you took them to 3 sets both times and both teams that you played. So yeah, we lost, and we would have liked to have gone a little bit differently, but I was glad that the girls were able to rally and get the next 2 wins that we needed and get kind of back on the right track going into tonight.
And it's kind of been one of those things all year. We've talked about it. You've played really good against some great teams, including the Quinters and the Dightons and a few others. So to have that kind of in your back pocket as we get into the postseason play and these two matches here is huge, kind of for some momentum to know you can play really good against those quality teams, right?
Yeah, like you said earlier, our league this year and last year, I really feel like are really balanced and just competitive, really good teams. So, even if you go out and you lose a couple games that maybe you feel like you should have won, it does help prepare you for the postseason. And in the end, that's, the only ones that really actually matter. Of course, we want to win more than that, but the last end of the season is where it's what really counts. So it helps us in the long run, regardless, to play that tougher schedule. And
boy, you've kind of had it seems like we talk about them every single time, but between LC, Maria, and Briley, you've kind of created a three-headed monster that's been tough, for teams to go up against. And all three of those girls do such a great job offensively and defensively, don't they?
Yeah, they do. We switched our lineup just a little bit around, and it still worked good, but keep a balanced attack in the front, not just have one person that the other team can key in on. And then if we move the ball and make them move and get the other teams out of system, that's kind of our goal. And like you said, also then to play defense tough ourselves. They do a good job all the way around, and then they've got some other help from Ella and Jory and everybody else too. So.
Yeah, and you mentioned kind of you've had some injuries, some things that have made you switch your lineup around, and one of those girls that's gotten a little more playing time is Brooklyn Gehring, and boy, she just continues to get better every match, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She's gaining more confidence and experience and really kind of stepping into the role just like we needed her to. So I've been really proud of her for stepping up and taking that on and not being, sometimes when you're a freshman, you're a little bit nervous and scared about that. And I'm not saying she wasn't, but she hasn't let that show. She's right in there amongst them, trying her best every time she's out.
Yeah, and you also mentioned there Jory and Ella and Lauren, and really Jory and Lauren have done a pretty good job as your setters this year and have kind of really made your offense go in some certain situations where you need a big set out of them or some great defensive play. So to see them playing well down the stretch is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. The setter's kind of the little quarterback out there. They're the ones that, make those decisions about who to get the ball to in different circumstances and, who's kind of been up against a tough block and maybe to move it or dump it or whatever other things. So lots of responsibilities on those two sophomore setters, but I'm really proud of how they've handled their role this year.
Yeah, and boy, I know we've talked about it a few times, and obviously, if you're serving well, that probably means you're winning a lot of points. But you guys, it seems like whenever you're able to win a lot of sets, you're able to go on, some long serving rallies, which is so big for momentum, right? And to kind of, really put your, opponent down, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We've had some times, even this past weekend, we've had some times where we'd get the ball back, but then we couldn't keep the serve. And when Coach Witt and I looked at the serving percentage, we're like, well, it was 90 or it was 85. Like, it really wasn't bad. It was just kind of at a bad time that we would miss one. So hopefully we can kind of clean that up just a little bit and help ourselves maintain the momentum when we do get it back. And
you got two quality opponents tonight in Quinter and Colby there in Colby. And, girls kind of know, everybody knows where you're going to be playing next week with the regionals and stuff like that. But to kind of end out the season, couldn't ask for two better teams to play, right? To kind of get you one final tune-up before the postseason, right?
Yes, we are looking forward to another shot at Quinter since we just played them, and we're kind of 1-1 with them for the season. So to kind of play that rubber match between those guys will be fun. And then we've played Colby over the summer and stuff at their jamboree and their summer league. So we're looking forward to, we haven't seen them in the season, but we know they're a tough team and lots of experience on their teams too. So just going out and getting one more good effort from our girls and trying to just set ourselves up for the postseason also while we're doing it.
And we talked about it. It's crazy. Final two matches of the regular season. But I guess as we look ahead into the postseason a little bit, what are you hoping to see out of your squad tonight to maybe improve on, to even add to, kind of your resume as we make our way into the postseason?
One thing we've really been working hard on is just covering our own hitter and covering the block when we're on defense. And I've seen them get better at that the last few weeks. And just so these two teams are good at that because they hit the ball and they, are aggressive at the net. So just being able to kind of take those little small little times where somebody gets a hand on something and turning that into offense and, not sending so many free balls and stuff. That's kind of been our goal the last few weeks, and we've gotten better at it, so hopefully we can continue doing that, and I think it will do us good in both tonight and in the postseason both.
All right, Coach, thanks for being able to sit down and chat. We always appreciate it, and good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
1, 2, what do I do? 3, 4, dent in my door. 5, 6, get them fixed. 7, 8, make them straight. 9, 10, paint it again.
Got a dent, scratch, or crunch? Don't stress it. Bring it to Creative Collision, where they make child's play out of bodywork. Stop in on North Highway 83 in Oberlin, Kansas, or call 785-470-2130.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Call Matt Osmeyer at 785-475-2471. Your local dealer for Rollins, Decatur, and Norton counties.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right, or the Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your Colby Ag Center for a demo today. Colby Ag Center, your local Cub Cadet dealer at 305 East Horton.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Colby Event Center, home of the Colby Eagles, where the Red Devils match up with the Lady Eagles to open up the first match of this triangular, and then they will meet up with Quinter in the final match of the day today. Oberlin and Colby both out on the court going through their final warm-ups here as we're just about set and ready to go for a little Lady Red Devil volleyball here on KFNF. Like I mentioned, Oberlin 15 and 16. The 15 wins beats last year's 13 win mark. Red Devils finished 13 and 22 last year. The 15 wins is also the most in a season since at least 2012. Definitely since 2014, as some of the records past 2014, a little spotty, but definitely, I would say, since 2014 and probably since at least 2012 that the Red Devils have had 15 wins. It's been a little bit of a dry spell for the Red Devils, but this team is looking to maybe make it into the Sub-State Championships coming up a week from Saturday, but the Red Devils will have to get a couple of big wins here. Now, while these wins won't affect seeding already, they will help you as you make your way into the Sub-State round of the playoffs, as they could bump you up into a different Sub-State kind of and everything like that. Oberlin, so far in their Sub-State, they have got the number 5 seed, so they will match up with St. Francis, Ness City, and Osborne, with Osborne being the host, but their gym isn't big enough to have both games going on at the same time, so they've moved the games to Logan as of right now, and still kind of, I think that's official, but waiting on the official start time. Those will be coming up next week, but right now, Oberlin trying to get a couple more wins here to maybe make, if they're able to move on to the Sub-State round of the playoffs coming up next week. A couple of wins here that you can add to your resume could bump you up into the standings as you make your way into this Sub-State as well. So Oberlin at 15 and 16, Colby looking to do the same thing. They're 14 and 19. They got the 10 seed in their regional, and they will be going to Hoisington next week to take on Beloit, Hoisington, and Larned. So they're looking to do the same thing. So is Oberlin. It's going to be a good one tonight as each of them will look to clean a few things up before we get ready for regionals coming up next week. We'll take one more final break, come back with volleyball here on KFNF.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
Chronic pain is a common condition with many possible treatment options that may include joint injections, nerve blocks, physical therapy, or radiofrequency ablation, depending on a provider's recommendation. Decatur Health shares this information to support community health education and awareness. By working together with specialists and primary care providers, Decatur Health helps patients and families understand available approaches to chronic pain. Learn more about chronic pain options at decaturhealth.org.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Colby in the Colby Event Center, where we're just about set and ready to go for Oberlin Red Devil volleyball here tonight as the Red Devils match up with the Colby Eagles in match number 1 of the day, and then they'll be taking on Quinter to round out the triangular. And like I mentioned, a lot at stake for each of these two teams. Even though they already know where they're going for the regional round coming up next week, you can still add a couple more wins to the resume and possibly move yourself up into sub-state standings a little bit better if you're able to get a couple of wins there in the regionals coming up on Tuesday for Oberlin, Monday of next week for the Eagles. Like I mentioned, Eagles have won 7 of their last 9 games, including a great 3-2 performance at GWAC last week. Oberlin, coming off of a 2-2 performance in the Northwest Kansas League Tournament, have won 3 of just their last 7 games, but are looking to get on a little bit of hot streak here. They've won 2 in a row after an 0-2 start of the Northwest Kansas League Tournament, rallied back to win their final 2 games. Maria Rodriguez has the first serve. It comes near side of the Eagles are now on the attack. Far side shot here and rolled over from Holzmeister down the middle. Big swing, Briley Minnick, and she's got herself a kill as she rolls it along the back line. And the Red Devils get off to a 1-0 start here in set number 1 behind the arm of Briley Minnick. So 1-0 lead for the Red Devils. This serve goes near side. Overpass, joust at the net. L.C. Larson has it forced back over from the Eagles. And now Lizzie Wyneth sends it to the near side. Here come the Eagles on the attack. They'll send it over on a 2-hand free ball that Lauren May tries to run down right at the edge of the net, but it'll fall down before she can get there. And we're knotted back up at 1 apiece between Colby and Oberlin in set number 1 of our first game of the Triangular today. And back to serve now is Jocelyn Bartlett, the libero for the Eagles. And she sends the serve near side off of the hands of Ella Willoughby, trying to track it down right at about the baseline of the basketball court. It was Maria Rodriguez, got a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds, and it's 2-1, so no ace there for Bartlett. But it is a 2-1 lead here for the Eagles in set number 1. Bartlett goes back to serve again for the Eagles. Lobbed up into the net, make it a service error. And so we're now back up at 2 apiece as we go back and forth. These two used to be rivals and saw each other a lot in the early days. Have seen each other just about once or twice a year since. This one to the near side, set up. Now 2-hand pushover up front there from McCorkle. Back set this time to Briley Minnick off the block. Pop back up in the air for Maria Rodriguez. Lizzie Wyneth gives it back to the Eagles on a 2-hand free ball. Far side attack this time for Holzmeister, and she's not able to get that one to go as it goes wide to make it 3-2. Oberlin out in front by 1 here in set 1. Red Devils back with the serve. L.C. Larson serves it near side. Dug out there. Outside Holzmeister off the tape and is able to get it to roll down on the far sideline. Shadley Holzmeister with her first kill, and it knots us back up at 3 apiece as these two go back and forth within the early stages of set 1. Back to serve now is Emily Flanagan for the Eagles. Flanagan lobs it up near side, dug out by Willoughby. Might be an overpass. It is dumped right back up front by McCorkle. Red Devils respond, though, able to stay in rotation and send it over. This one played off the net. Now bump back near side for Sadie Cheney, but her kill try is long, and it'll make it 4-3. Oberlin jumps out to a 1-point lead here in set number 1. So 4-3 Oberlin, back with the serve again, and it's Jory Fortin that'll go back there this time for the Red Devils. Jory lobs it up and dug out just behind the 10-foot line by Tubbs, trying to bring it near side here to Holzmeister, and instead the pass over to her is off the mark, and make it 5-3 on the passing error from the Eagles. Jory back to serve again. She lobs it up and over to the back left corner, dug out there by Tubbs, sent back up to the front row with a 2-hand pushover from Cheney. Down the middle, they were looking for Minnick. Little miscommunications. He's able to run it down, bump it backwards, sent over from a free ball. Now a big swing and off the tape and down on the cross-court try from Sadie Cheney as she gets her first kill to bring the Eagles back within 1 at 5-4 in set number 1. So the Eagles and the Red Devils going back and forth in the early stages of the match. Holzmeister with the serve, and it is just long along the back line. Service error number 2 for the Eagles, and the Red Devils maintain the 2-point lead at 6-4 in set 1. Back to serve, Briley Minnick once again lobs it up into the middle of the floor. Picked up there by the libero, set up at the 10-foot line. 2-hand pushover from Getzenberger. Near side attack this time. Kyra Sowers is able to roll it in down the near side line of the near side back corner, and to make it a 7-4 lead for the Red Devils as they've opened up a 3-point lead, and Kyra Sowers gets her first kill of the match. 7-4, Red Devils by 3. Riley Minnick back to serve again, goes short, dug up, and then no one else is going to be able to track it down. It was a great dig by the libero Bartlett, but it kind of went off of her chest, and the Eagles got a couple more hits at it, but both of them went into the stands and making an 8-4 lead for the Red Devils. Hard serve from Briley Minnick off of the hands of Bartlett, tracked down up front by McCorkle and sent over on a free ball up front from Cheney. Red Devils on the attack. Kyra Sowers will just have to bump it away after a tough pass. Put back in the court to play by the Eagles and sent over from McCorkle. Red Devils on the attack now. Big swing and a kill along the back line for Maria Rodriguez out of the middle pin. Her first in a timeout on the floor taken by Colby. Oberlin has opened up a 9-4 lead in set one. This is Red Devil Volleyball.
Banking should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Oberlin out in front 9-4 early here in set number one. It was back and forth. It was a 3-3 tie at one point, but since then, Red Devils have went on a 6-1 run to open up a 5-point lead at 9-4 here in set number one. And been using some unforced errors from the Eagles to their advantage, but Kyra Sowers, Briley Minnick, and Maria Rodriguez all with kills as Briley will go back to serve now. It's kind of been on her serve that the Red Devils went on this run, and just as I say that, she serves it into the net. First service error for the Red Devils here in the set, and it makes it 9-5. So kind of kills the Red Devil run there with their own mistake. 9-5, Red Devils still up by 4 in set one. This serve barely over the top of the net. Dug out by Briley Minnick, back set, Brooklyn Gillen, Brooklyn Gearing off the blocks and down for a kill. Apologies to Brooklyn there, but she's able to get it to roll off of the double block up front and give the Red Devils a 5-point lead again at 10-5 here in set number two. Set one. Ella Willoughby goes back to serve, and she'll lob up a hard one, barely over the net. Took by Holzmeister, back set to the near side, popping it over. Cheney and into the middle of the donut, and down for a kill. Sadie Cheney with her second, and it makes it a 10-6 ball game. So the Eagles, like I mentioned, winners of 7 of their last 9, have took down Goodland in one of those matches. Kind of a common opponent, took down St. Francis as well. Dug out on the near side by Minnick. Bump set over to the far side pin this time for Sowers with a two-hand swat over. Set up down the middle, big swing. And this roll shot will be too long from the Eagles. And it'll make it 11-6. Oberlin still out in front here in set number one. So 11-6. Oberlin out in front in set one by 5. Lauren May back to serve here for the Red Devils. And May will lob it up and over right in the middle of the floor. Off of the wrist and out of bounds. Sadie Cheney took it in the middle. Kind of stepped in front of her libero, and then when she did that, it went off the wrist and out of bounds. It's an ace for Lauren May to make it 12-6. Lauren's first ace of the match, and the Red Devils lead by 6 now. This served to Bartlett, tight to the net, put back into the field of play there by White, and sit back over from Bartlett. Red Devils on the attack now. Elsie Larson sends it down the near side. Eagles on the attack, tight to the net off of the bad pass, and trying to just stuff it over with one hand, or the Eagles, they're not able to, and it's a 13-6 lead now for the Red Devils, who are using those errors to their advantage. Lauren May with another serve. This one will go off the twine, picked up on the far side of the floor, back row attack for Cheney, and she's able to roll it in on the far sideline and get it to barely just go off the wrists of Lauren May, who gave it a one-knee slide, but Sadie Cheney has got her third kill, and it's a 13-7 ball game in favor of the Red Devils in set number one. So 13-7, set number one. Eagles back to serve again. This one goes into the near side back corner there for Briley Minnick. Set up down the middle. Off the blocks up front. How about that? But the Red Devils able to respond. Popped up in the air. Two-hand swat free ball over from White. Out of the back right corner. Willoughby back row attack now. Briley Minnick trying to get it along the back line. It's too long, and it's back-to-back points for the Eagles to crawl back within 5 at 13-8 here in set number one. 13-8. Colby with the serve. A hard one to the back right corner. Picked up by Willoughby. Back set this time. No, they're going to call a lift on the Red Devils. And so Oberlin with a couple of errors now that Colby has taken advantage of. And it makes it 13-9 in set number 1. Eagles back to serve once again. This serve lobbed up along the back line to Briley Minnick. Set up near side. Big swing off the block up front. Right there to pick it up was Briley Minnick. It was a kill try from Lizzie Winans. Sent over a free ball from Rodriguez. The setup outside. Left pin. Holzmeister. Sliding dig by Ella Willoughby in the back row. Larson near side pin. Roll shot inside the antenna. Down the middle. Big swing off the block. And in along the back line. The block might have tapped it down just enough to go, and it is a kill for the Eagles as they've crawled back to within 3 at 13-10. So 13-10, Eagles crawl back within 3. This one goes into the back row, dug out by Briley Minnick, sent over on a free ball from Wyneth that Bartlett, the libero, tried to run down. It goes off for wrist. It'll be a kill for Wyneth and put a stop to the Colby Eagle run. Lizzie Wyneth with her first kill of the match makes it 14-10. Oberlin got out to a 13-6 lead there, so it was a 4-0 run before the Red Devils were able to put a stop to it with the point. Maria with a serve, near side Bartlett, goes off for her wrist, popped up in the air, White to the far side pin. Holzmeister rolls it cross court, Rodriguez with a dig. Down the middle, Briley Minnick with a tip shot to the near side 10-foot line. And Briley Minnick makes it a 2-0 run for the Red Devils to make it 15-10 now. Oberlin here in set number 1. So back and forth early. Oberlin went on a big 6-1 run. Got out in front kind of by 5 and have kept it there. Bartlett in the back left corner with the dig. White sets it up down the middle. Big swing, roll shot. Picked up by Lauren May. Now to Briley Minnick with a two-hand tap over. White there to dig it out. Holzmeister cross-court try. No, she was looking more near side. And Willoughby got the dig, but they say the Red Devils are in the net. And so it will be a point for the Eagles as they crawl to within 4 at 15-11. Bartlett back to serve once again for the Eagles. She spins the volleyball and lobs it up and over near side, and it's too wide. Third service error for Colby, and make it 16-11. So the Red Devils will take those errors any day. 16-11 here in set number 1. And back to serve is Elsie Larson here for the Red Devils. Elsie leading the team in aces, or second the team in aces with 30. Into the back row, dug out by the Eagles. Big swing. Holzmeister down the far side. Out of the far side left pin, down the far side left line, right in front of the Oberlin bench, and she makes it 16-12. Shadley Holzmeister gets on the board with her second kill. 16-12, Red Devils down by 4. Back to serve is Emily Flanagan. Flanagan lobs it up, middle of the back row, forward to Larson. The setup, tight against the net. It was actually a joust up there. Briley was able to joust it back, working against Cheney. Eagles respond and send over to free ball again, tight to the net, and all Briley can do is push it over. Holzmeister again, cross-court try. Rodriguez with the dig, set up to the near side pin. Brooklyn Gehring hits it, but gets it to roll over. Sliding dig there for Cheney. Holzmeister now trying to shove it back and sends it into the net, and it makes it 17-12. Red Devils by 5 here in set number 1. So the Red Devils able to stick with it there after a couple of errors. Kind of forced it the other way around. Back to serve now is Jory Fortin here for Oberlin, up by 5 in set number 1. Jory lobs it up over to the near side, picked up by Holzmeister. They want her on the near side pin. Has to readjust and just pushes it over with 2 hands. Red Devils on the attack. Briley, cross-court swing. Bartlett with the dig in the back left corner. Now to the far side pin. Rolled over with a kill shot there was Cheney out of the back row. Larson shoves it back. Bartlett was there with the dig. Back set Holzmeister and a block up front. Briley Minnick with a solo. And that's block number 30 for her on the season, and Oberlin leads by 6. And the late stages of set number 1, 18-12. Time out of the floor. We'll take one with them. 18-12, Oberlin in front here on KFNF.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Colby in the Colby Event Center, home of the Colby Eagles, where Oberlin has taken the host team today out to a 6-point lead at 18-12. Senior night for the Eagles, and they're trying to avoid an 0-2 day, so looking for a comeback here in set number 1. Like I mentioned, Eagles have won 7 of their last 9. Oberlin played some stiff competition over their last 7 games, in which they've went 3-4, coming off of a 2-2 day against Northwest Kansas League competition at the tournament. Almost an ace, and it is going to be an ace. What a serve there for Jory Fortin. She sent it short, just barely behind the 10-foot line. Got a sliding dig at Afia Tubbs, but it was too late, and it's 19-12. Jory Fortin with a big ace. This one rolled off of the net played by the Eagles, and they're able to get it back. Briley Minnick puts it off the block and down for a kill. And Oberlin now leads 20-12 here in set number 1. So it was an ace to start things out there from Jory Fortin out of the timeout. Then Briley Minnick picks up kill number 2 for her on the day. And Oberlin's 5 points away from a set 1 victory. Serve to the near side, Holzmeister. Now they go a set up down the middle. Big swing. McCorkle off of the wrists of Jory Fortin and out of bounds. And Bailey McCorkle gets her first kill to make it 20-13. Red Devils up by 7, I should say, here in set number 1. So going back to serve now is Shaylee Holzmeister. And Shaylee lobs it up into the back row for Willoughby, the libero. The setup near side here for Sowers off the block. Push back to the Red Devils after one hit. It got him out of rotation. Brooklyn Gehring slid down, got a hand on it, but it falls down. And make it 20-14. So the Red Devils weren't expecting it to come back so quickly, and I end up hitting it into the net, 20-14. Holzmeister serving the far side. Larson, sneaky set over there from Jory Ford. Now a big swing out of the middle spot. Up front from Cheney. Near side, Briley Minnick off the block and down for a kill. She went short, but put a little oomph on it to get it off the block and fall. And Oberlin makes it a 7-point game again at 21-14 in set number 1. Back to serve, Briley Minnick to the near side. Holzmeister popped up in the air on the 10-foot line and ran down by the Eagles as they send it over on a free ball. Briley's pass goes awry, and Jory Fortin is sending it back and should have let that one go, but the Eagles, they don't. Now a big swing and a miss on that one as it overshoots everybody on the Oberlin defense, and they lead by 8 at 22-14 here in set number 1. This will be a big win for the Red Devils over a 3A school in set 1 anyway. Near side serve, no, went back towards the middle after it had a little curve on it, but it goes over to the back line and make it 22-15. Jory Fortin had a couple of good serves back there, make it 22-15 after that. Service ace the second for the Red Devils. Rodriguez the dig. They give it to her near side off the block. Sliding dig picked up by the Eagles. Now they go back to the near side pin. Cross court roll shot try there for Cheney. Brooklyn Gehring now rolls it over the middle part of the tape and down in front of McCorkle in the back row. And the Red Devils get the point back to make it 23-15 here in set number 1. So 23-15, Red Devils able to just find a response anytime Colby's been able to put it in. Holzmeister with a dig down the middle. Big swing and a kill up front. Eagles get another one. Make it 23-16. They're not going anywhere. Down by 7 here in set number 1. Oberlin leads 23-16 as Cheney goes back to serve. So Cheney back to serve here for the Eagles. She lobs it up and over near side for Briley Minnick. The setup backwards here behind the head From the setter to Larson, cross-court try. Now a short tip shot. Fortin runs it down, but the pass went backwards. Bradley Minnick keeps it alive and sent over on a free pass from Larson. Cross-court kill try off the blocks and down. Up front on the far left pin, make it 23-17. And Colby feeling a little bit of life here with their backs against the wall in set number 1. Cheney back to serve now. Out of the back row, Rodriguez popped it up with 2 hands, gets it back, tries to send it back with 2 hands, and it's into the net, make it 23-18. So don't go anywhere. Colby hanging around, using some Oberlin airs to their advantage. Cheney near side, barely dug out by Minnick. Hit up into the middle of the front row there. Rodriguez pops it over with 1 hand. White sets it up outside. 2-hand push over and right into the middle of the donut. Red Devils looking a little out of sorts defensively. It's 23-19 as Colby is making their way back into the match. Timeout on the floor, 23-19. Oberlin in front here in set 1.
Transforming your kitchen is a big step. Where do you start? Step into the beautiful showroom at Kitchen Solvers on East B Street in McCook, and they will expertly guide you toward the cabinets, countertops, tile, and flooring that are a reflection of you. Full kitchen remodel or simple upgrade, they can help. Just need material? They'll get it ordered. Need help with install? They can do it. Reach out to Kitchen Solvers and they can get you back into a working kitchen in 5 days. Kitchen Solvers. Find what inspires you.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Colby Event Center, 23-19. Red Devils got out to a 23-15 lead there, but it's been a 4-0 run for the Eagles that forced an Oberlin timeout, and right out of the timeout, L.C. Larson with a forceful cross court, but it was dug out by Bartlett, but it got the Eagles out of rotation. Red Devils on the attack again. Rodriguez off the block, and to boot, got it to go in the back left far side corner, and to make it 24-19 and set point for the Red Devils in set number 1 as they're trying to take that big 1-0 advantage in the best 2 out of 3 here. Back to serve goes Lauren May for Oberlin, 24-19. Red Devils in front. Back to serve, May over to Bartlett, sliding dig there, dug out and sent over with a 2-hand push. Dug out by Bradley Minnick, near side, L.C. Larson for the win, off the block. She popped it up in the air, wants it back. Instead, they go to Bradley Minnick behind the 10-foot line. She pushes it over with 2 hands, down the middle, off the block, and a kill up front for the Eagles. They almost got the block, did the Red Devils. But third kill there up front, make it 24-20, and set point number 2 coming for the Red Devils. Under the back row, Briley, bad pass. Lauren May trying to push it over with 2 hands, and she can't as it goes into the net, and make it 24-21. So 24-21 in set number 1. This serve lobbed up into the back right corner. Willoughby there, and how about an ace? 24-22, set point number 3 this time, and we got a timeout on the floor taken by Oberlin. We'll keep it right here, 24-22. Oberlin was in front, 23-15. Looked like they could have it on cruise control in set number 1, but instead the Eagles have rallied back for a 7-1 run and have pulled to within 2 here at 24-22. Oberlin just needing a point, and they've been able to go on those long serving rallies, but just kind of like Lindsey Fortin was talking about in the pregame show, whenever Oberlin's kind of had those long serving rallies, it's either been a service error or an error on their side that has killed the rally, and those can add up and give momentum certainly to Colby, and they've been using it here. 22-24, Oberlin in front. Server to the middle of the floor, picked up by Larson. The setup near side. Wyneth rolls it cross court. Holzmeister with the dig of the 10-foot line. She gets it back far side, pin, and rolls it into the middle of the donut where no Red Devil was. And that makes it 24-23, and another set point here for the Eagles. make it set point number 6, and the serve is way long. And so Oberlin gets a little help there with a bad serve to win set 1, 25-23, just when the Eagles had all of the momentum. But Oberlin will take it. It's a set 1 victory, 25-23 over the Eagles of Colby. We'll take a break, be back with set 2 here on KFNF.
Think cybersecurity is only for big corporations? Think again. Small and mid-sized businesses in Kansas are prime targets for data breaches and phishing scams. Don't wait until a breach happens. Be proactive. Identify vulnerabilities today. Call Nextech at 800-588-6649 or visit next-tech.com/cybersecure for a network assessment. Nextech, local, trusted, reliable.
Whether it's plants, animals, or us humans, we are all affected by what we eat, and it starts in our soil. Nutrient Ag Solutions has worked hard to find solutions for causes, not just symptoms, that strengthen soil, plant, and animal health, therefore increasing the efficiency and profitability on your farm. Nutrien will work to create a balanced approach for your soil, in turn boosting productivity in your crops. Healthier plants carry enhanced nutritional value for your crops and livestock. Call Nutrien Ag Solutions today to get started.
Oh, it's here! Football season! Ray's Grocery of Oberlin is excited too! Ray's Grocery knows you like football, but also everything that comes with it. Oh yeah, tailgating! Come into Ray's and get set up with all your supplies for a festive tailgate party. Delicious hamburgers, juicy steaks, all the produce you can handle, favorite drinks. It's all ready for you at Ray's Grocery. So get your tailgate on now. Shop stress-free with quality this football season at Ray's Grocery, downtown Oberlin.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Colby, where the Red Devils dominated set number 1 until they until the final stretch, really the final 2 points, and then it was all Colby. Oberlin got out to a 23-15 lead, but the Eagles would make their way back in it, avoiding off 5 set points and crawled back to within the match to make it 24-23. But Oberlin would benefit from a service error, the 4th of which for the Eagles, and walk away with a set 1 victory, 25-23. And Oberlin certainly doesn't want to have to deal with that here in set number 2. But you got to think Colby's got a little bit more of the momentum on their side after Oberlin somewhat let him back into the match after set number 1. And Oberlin just had some defensive errors, which is very rare for this team this year. They've really been defensively sound. But the Eagles were able to take advantage of it, find some open holes as well, and crawl back to within 2. And it's an ace to start it out from Emily Flanagan. She gets an ace, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Eagles. And that's not how Oberlin was hoping to start set number 2. As Flanagan goes back to serve, you maybe just felt like the Eagles finally were able to work their way into the match there. Flanagan near side serve, dug out by Willoughby, set up near side. Briley Minnick off the block. Holzmeister pops it up in the air. Back set, Cheney over the block. Popped up by Lorna May with the right hand. Willoughby runs it down. Free pass sent over the hard cross-court try there by Larson down the middle. McCorkle off the block. Popped up with a sliding dig by Maria Rodriguez, followed up by May, but then it goes out of bounds, and it's a 2-0 lead here for the Eagles. Bailey McCorkle with her second kill. 2-0 lead for the Eagles. Oberlin 1 set 1, 25-23. Far side serve, Larson, back set to her, bad set up, and Larson trying to run it down and just pop it over. She can't and hits it into the net, and so it's a 3-0 lead. And like I said, you thought Colby had all the momentum on their side going into this one. Dug out near side by Willoughby. Now the setup, Riley Minnick gets it to roll off of the blocks and down. The setup was kind of right over the top of the net, so all she really could do was just punch it over. She did just that and gets the Red Devils their first point to make it 3-1. Riley Minnick with her 4th. kill of the day. Near side setup. Holzmeister rolls it middle of the floor. Wyneth with the dig behind the 10-foot line. Briley Minnick gives it back to the Eagles. They want Holzmeister again. No far setup this time to the far side of the floor. Cheney rained out of the middle by May. Red Devils out of rotation have to send it back. Eagles now in the rotation. Big swing and a block up front from Brooklyn Gehring and Briley Minnick. Briley with her second block. Brooklyn with her first. And Oberlin crawls back to within one at 3-2 as they stop Holzmeister from getting a kill. This one off of Holzmeister's hands and sent over on a free ball from the Eagles. May with a bump set middle of the floor. Brooklyn rolls it cross court style back left corner. Got the sliding dig from Tubbs, but it's off her hands and out of bounds. And the Red Devils from down 3-0 have come back and tied it at 3 apiece. Brooklyn Gehring with her second kill. So Oberlin has crawled back to within one here at 3-3. Serve goes under the back right corner. Long set up outside. Big swing in the net. On the far side there for Sadie Cheney and the Red Devils back in front 4-3 here in set number 2. So 4-3 Oberlin in set 2. This serve. On the near side of back corner, Holzmeister with the left hand rolls it down and in along the near side back corner. Holzmeister placing it perfectly, kills the Red Devil run, and she picks up kill number 3 to make it 4-4 in set 2. So 4-4, set 2. Oberlin 1, set 1, 25-23. And here's the serve, lobbed up and over the back right corner for Larson. Tracked down by May in the middle of the floor. Briley just trying to tap over, but was blocked right back at her. Now Brooklyn near side pin, cross-court try. Bartlett there outside, short swing and a kill for the Eagles to make it 5-4 as they rally to go back in front with a 2-0 run of themselves. As Holzmeister goes back to serve. Holzmeister with an ace. Ella Willoughby able to track it down, but the pass went awry after she did it, and it's 6-4. Holzmeister with her first ace. This one to the near side. Willoughby with a perfect dig. May the back set. Briley readjust and just flat-footed sends it over. Now doing the same thing as McCorkle. Lauren May runs it down. Sends it right back on one hit off of a bump. Cheney trying to take advantage cross court. But Willoughby with a dig in the middle of the back row. Brooklyn Gehring with a rule shot from the 10-foot line. Big swing. Far side. No, it's long. And so make it 6-5. Oberlin back within one. So 6-5. Oberlin crawls back within one with the hitting error there. Jory Fortin to serve now for Oberlin. Jory lobs it up into the far left side. Eagles on the attack now, and Cheney will get the kill off the blocks in the middle spot and down. Fourth kill for Sadie Cheney, who went a little quiet down the stretch for the Eagles, but she comes up big here in the early part of set 2 to make it 7-5. Colby, and the serve is into the net from McCorkle, so make it 7-6. Fifth service error for the Eagles, none bigger than the one to end set number 1. Oberlin 1, set 1, 25-23, down by 1 in set 2 here. And how about an ace to tie it up from Briley Minnick? Her first of the match and 25th on the year, and we're knotted back up at 7 apiece here in set number 2. So 7-7 in set number 2. Briley Minnick back to serve. Briley lobs it up off the twine, popped up in the air and ran down by the Eagles, and they barely get it back over. Oberlin a little out of system off of that. They try to go to the near side here for Kyra Sowers, but she'll send it long, and Colby still remains in front now at 8-7 here in set number 1 after the hitting error from the Red Devils. Back to serve now is Sadie Cheney. Cheney gives it off to the far side there for Briley Minnick. Brooklyn Gehring trying to go cross court. Holzmeister with a dig. Set up outside. Two-hand push over into the net. And Oberlin will take the points and the hitting error from the Eagles. And it knots us up at 8 apiece in set number 2. Oberlin with a 1-set-none lead. Back to serve is Ella Willoughby. Goes and twiggles the twine. Cheney with the dig. Back row attack to her, and she hits it, and it's into the net, and Oberlin gets the lead back at 9-8. So 9-8 here in set number 2. Oberlin in front by 1, down majority of the early part of this match. But have rallied back here. Willoughby, short serve, almost an ace, and what a dig, and able to keep it alive was White. Bartlett gives it back. Now Larson, cross court, off the block, and down. So Elsie Larson with her first kill unofficially of the match. Interesting there. Eagles have kept her quiet, 10-8, but not quiet there. 10-8, Oberlin in front by 2. Willoughby, almost another ace. Bartlett tracks it down to the Eagles. Are able to send it back-to-back times. They barely got it over. Briley out of the back row. Holzmeister pops it up. Bartlett gives it to the front row, sends it back. Briley, outstretched arms, keeps it alive. Same thing for Willoughby, and Fortin gives it back. Eagles on the attack now, left to right, and they say the Eagles step over the midcourt line, and Oberlin leads by 3 at 11-8. So taking advantage of errors, that's what either team has really done today. 11-8, this serve twiggles the twine. Bartlett with a sliding 2-knee dig. Back row attack, Cheney twiggles the twine. But right there was Briley Minnick. Now Elsie Larson with a roll shot to the middle of the floor. Outside far left pin, two-hand push over. Briley Minnick on the cross-court dig. Big swing, Sowers on the far side off the block. Back row attack, Cheney, and again it's into the net. So she's had a couple tries at that. Both of them went into the net. And Colby, who was once in front there, 7-5, now down 12-8, and they want a timeout to talk things over. 12-8, Oberlin in front by 4 in set 2 on KFNF.
There is a difference between going to the bank and going to the bank. When you go to the bank, it's just...
Hello, welcome to the bank. How can we bore you?
But when you go to the bank...
Hi, welcome to the bank. How can we help you?
And that help is offered to you in 13 northern Kansas locations to help your financial goals become a reality. From services and loans to state-of-the-art financial products, come to where the difference is better. The Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
12-8, Oberlin has opened up a 4-point lead in set 2. We're down 7-5, but have went on a 7-1 run themselves here and have the lead 12-8. Most of this run coming with Ella Willoughby back there as the server. She's been really getting those Eagles out of rotation a lot of the times. And out of their own timeout, we'll see if they're able to break the rally for the Red Devils. Hard serve from Ella Willoughby. Bartlett tight to the net off the pass. Tap back over by the Eagles. Maria down the middle. Sends it back over. Holzmeister with two hands. Pops it up. Far side attack this time. Cross court into the middle of the floor. But right there was Larson. And Maria with it over the top of her head is going to be able to get a kill as Holzmeister's pass went to the near side and out of bounds. And it's 13-8 and the Red Devil rally continues here in set number 2. So 13-8. Maria Rodriguez with her second kill, and Oberlin leads by 5. Almost an ace there from Willoughby, and the Eagles just have to resort to sending it back. Willoughby with a sliding dig. Briley Minnick does the same thing and puts it over with two hands. Now Bartlett, the libero, rolls it into the back row for Willoughby. Down the middle, Maria again off the tape. Popped up in the air. White is able to get it with a punch over. Jory Fortin trying to reset things, sends it into the far side back left corner. Now from the 10-foot line, Eagles with the attack back row for Willoughby. Near side try this time for Larson, and it's too long and wide. And so the attack here for the Red Devils brings their run to a close. But what a run it was, an 8-1 run to make it an 8-2 run, I should say, to make it 13-9 in set 2. Red Devils with a 1-set-9 advantage. Eagles back to serve again. This one to the near side, picked up by Minnick. The setup down the middle. Big swing and a kill for Maria Rodriguez. You betcha, hard off the block up front. And a 14-9 Oberlin lead here in set number 2 with a 1-set-9 advantage in Lauren May going back to serve. So Laura May back to serve for the Red Devils here in set number 2, 14-9. A little bit of a longer rotation there for the Eagles, but they were able to get it in. 14-9. Oberlin with the serve. Lauren May gives it off near side. Popped up in the air with a great dig by Tubbs. Outside, big swing. Holzmeister on the cross courts. And Shaylee Holzmeister with her 4th kill gets the Eagles into double digits at 14-10 here in set number 2. So 14-10, Oberlin with a 1-set-none advantage. Bartlett with a serve. Cross court. There was Briley Minnick off the block and almost down for a kill. No, the Eagles are able to respond and get it over. Now Larson cross-court try, and they'll say the Eagles are into the net, so the Red Devils will take that. But it was Lizzie Wyneth with that first attack that the Eagles were somehow able to keep alive off the block up front and get it back to the Red Devils unscathed. But that time they couldn't, and it's 15-10. Elsie Larson picks up kill number 2 for her on the day. Holzmeister rolls it over to the back right corner, popped up in the air, and sent over from Elsie Larson. Now the white setup to the outside. Holzmeister on the back line, placing it perfectly. Does Shaylee Holzmeister, and she's got kill number 5, and it makes it 15-11 here in set number 2. So 15-11, 4-point lead. Back to serve is McCorkle. Lobs it up near side, back set. Larson, cross-court try from the far pin, and she'll get it to fall. It was a great pop-up in the air on the dig in the back row by Flanagan, but it was so high and so backwards it falls out of bounds, and Oberlin leads 16-11 on the second kill from Elsie Larson. This serve into the middle of the floor, sent back to the Red Devils with authority up front there by Shaylee Holzmeister again, and she'll go back to serve with 6 kills now in the match, and a 16-12 lead for Oberlin in set 2 with a 1-set-none advantage. So Shaylee Holzmeister back to serve for the Eagles. Holzmeister lobs it up, middle of the floor. Briley Minnick, almost an overpass, trying to play it off the net was Lauren May. She's not going to be able to, and Holzmeister will pick up a second ace there to make it 16-13. As Colby crawls to within 3. Holzmeister's serve out of the back row for Ella Willoughby. Roll shot over from Briley Minnick on a free ball. Back set near side. Cheney with a pushover. Lauren May again sends it right back just on 1. Down the middle, McCorkle, 2-hand pushover, and got the Red Devils a little out of system. Near side, Briley Minnick, big a swing. But right there was Bartlett on the cross court. Outside, short swing this time for the Eagles. Bumped up to Briley Minnick, who forces it with 2 hands to the near side. Back left corner to get the point and the kill to make it 17-13. Great heads-up play by Briley Minnick, her 5th. And it's 17-13. Red Devils lead by 4. Jory Fortin goes back to serve for Oberlin. Jory had a nice little serving run in set number 1, but it was Ella Willoughby that had most of it here so far in set 2. Great sliding dig for the Eagles, and they're able to get it back just within 3. Briley, cross-court attack, popped up by Holzmeister, ran down there by Flanagan and sent over on a free ball to the far side. Sowers the pickup. Brooklyn carrying the attack down the middle. Holzmeister the dig outside, far side, pin into the middle of the floor. And they have been able to work that a lot today on that far left pin. Just put it right in the donut and keep them alive. Have the Eagles. Makes it 17-14. 3-point lead for Oberlin in set 2. It just feels like they've been able to control the match ever since they had that rally. But the Eagles have been able to hang around. Larson with the dig. Back set. Briley Minnick. Big swing off the block and popped up in the back row. Sent over on 3 from the Eagles. Back set again this time. Sowers the roll shot. And Flanagan was there on the cross-court attack from the back row. Cheney gets it to roll off the tape, off the block of Gehring and down. And Sadie Cheney will take a little luck to get that kill, but like it. And the Eagles are back within 2 at 17-15. As McCorkle goes back to serve. Lobs it up into the back right corner for Willoughby. Back set, two-hand push over for Minnick. Falls down. Great sliding dig up front by Flanagan. But then the dig went to the far side. Eagles weren't there, and it's 18-15 Oberlin off of the serve, or kind of the attack air there from the Eagles. 18-15. Oberlin with a serve, back row for Holzmeister, ran down by Flanagan from the 10-foot line, middle of the floor. Minnick with a dig. Down the middle, Maria, big swing off the blocks up front, and kept alive and sent over from the Eagles. Maria again down the middle, gets it popped up in the air by Holzmeister. Cheney's shot is wide, and it's 19-15 Oberlin here in set number 2. So the Red Devils got out to a big lead in set 1. Eagles came all the way back to within 1, but then gave it away. Now Cheney roll shot. Oberlin out by 4 here in set 2. Kyra Sowers wanted it all down the near side, but hits it long, and it's 19-16. So 19-16 in set number 2. 19-16. Set number 2, Oberlin with a 1-0 lead. As serve goes near side for Maria Rodriguez. The setup to her. Big swing, but Bartlett was there in the back row with the cross-court try. Eagles come back with a hard shot as well. And right there to pick it up was Briley Minnick, who pushes it over with 2 hands. Down the middle attack this time for the Eagles, and it's long. And Oberlin the first to 20 again as they lead now 20-16 in set number 2. So 20-16 Oberlin, set number 2 as they lead by 4. Ella Willoughby back to serve. Her shot goes to the near side, off of the wrists and down for an ace as she went right at Sadie Cheney. Goes off of her wrists out of bounds. Ella with her first ace, and Oberlin leads by 5 again at 21-16. So 21-16 Oberlin by 5 in set number 2. This serve into the net from Ella Willoughby, and to make it 20-17, Ella leads the team in aces with 37, but also leads the team in service errors with 37. 21-17 now. Third service error for the Red Devils. The serve comes near side. Big swing off the block from Larson. Ran down there by the Eagles, who barely get it over in 3. The pickup from Willoughby. Back row attack down the near side here from Briley Minnick. Now tight to the net. Barely getting it inside the antenna was Holzmeister on the far side. Larson goes short, and Holzmeister there in front of the 10-foot line. She wants it back. Big attack for her, but Willoughby digs it out below the knees. And Rodriguez blocked up front with 2 hands by the Eagles. Now a sneaky set over and down from Calissa White. Perfect time to mix that in. Notice there was a big hole in the middle, and it makes it 21-18. 3-point match as the Eagles keep hanging around. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 21-18 Oberlin here on KFNF in set 2.
How do you choose the right financial partner? At United Northwest Federal Credit Union, they've been serving the communities of Norton, Decatur, and Rollins counties for 75 years, offering top quality services and products. From loans to the Easy Saver account and online banking, they're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Experience the trust and reliability of a community-focused credit union. Visit unwfcu.org to join today. United Northwest Federal Credit Union, your trusted financial partner, NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from Colby and the Colby Events Center. Oberlin in front 21-18 and up 1-0, 25-23. And are 4 points away from a 2-0 victory over 3A Colby. Dug out there up front by Maria Rodriguez, sent over on a free pass here for the Red Devils, and now right back at him. Hard free pass this time. Willoughby with a dig. Dory Fortin is almost sneaking it in there with 2 hands. Eagles out of rotation, send it back. Red Devils on the attack. Maria down the middle, through the blocks and across court to the near side for the kill. Make it 22-18. And I didn't want to spoil it quite yet, but Oberlin has not has lost 16 straight matches to the Eagles going back to 2007. And they lead 22-18 here in set number 2 with a 1-set-none advantage. Have knocked a lot of those long losing streaks to opponents this season off. Got rid of the one to Wheatland Grinnell, and Hoxie now trying to do it here to Colby. This serve to the back left corner. Bartlett off her wrist. White pumps it up in the air. Sent over with 2 hands, and it goes off the block up front to Larson and down. So the Eagles will take a little bit of luck on that one to pull back within 3 at 22-19. So 22-19, 4th kill there for the Eagles as they make it a 3-point match. This serve over to the middle of the back row. Picked up by Larson. Back set rolled over the top of the block from Rodriguez. White the setup. Holzmeister left pin off the blocks and off of a dig on a slide from Ella Willoughby, or I should say a dive, but it's off her wrist and out of bounds. 22-20 now. Shaylee Holzmeister with kill number 7. And Oberlin still in front by 2. 1-set-none advantage to them as well. Bartlett, the libero, serve to Larson. They want her down the middle. She gives him a big swing, but right there to pick it up in the back right corner was Cheney. Holzmeister with 2 hands pushes it over. Red Devils on the attack again. Back row try, Briley Minnick, but it's long. Bartlett went after it and was able to hold up at the last second because that one was long, and it's 22-21 off of the attack here as the Eagles have pulled within 1 now. Bartlett to serve again, a hard one right at Larson. Popped up in the air, back set Rodriguez, cross-court try. Sliding dig for Cheney. Outside Holzmeister, blocked up front by Rodriguez. May the setup outside, Larson, big swing, off the block, and right back at her out of bounds. It's Calissa White, the setter up front with the block, and we're tied at 22 apiece. Timeout on the floor taken by Oberlin. Will keep it right here. 22 all. Oberlin trying to knock off a losing streak to the Eagles of 16 straight games. They were in front there, 22-18. But a 4-0 run by the Eagles have tied it up at 22 apiece. Got to think Lindsey Fortin saying, hey, we got to come out on the attack. Bartlett has put up some good serves, and the Red Devils have had some good attacks, but it's been great defense from the Eagles that has kept them in it there. 22-22 in set number 2. Oberlin led 25-23, and like I mentioned, knocked off long losing streaks to a few opponents this season, including Hoxie, who they hadn't beat since 2012. Wheatland Grinnell kind of went back into the mid-2010s as well. 22-22 here. This serve into the back row. Overpass. Holzmeister trying to dump it back, and instead will hit it twice, and the Red Devils will take that. 23-22. Little uncharacteristic air there from Holzmeister as he tried to dump back the overpass. Maria Rodriguez to serve. This one lobbed up near side. Popped up from Cheney. White to Holzmeister with 2 hands. Down the far sideline. Sliding dig Willoughby down the middle. Briley Minnick with 2 hands. Shoves it into the near side back corner. Holzmeister again. Cross-court try. Off the blocks, and it'll fall down. 23-23 here in set number 2. Red Devils with a 1-set-none advantage. And back to serve now is Flanagan. 23 all. Oberlin won the first set on a service error from the Eagles. Love won here, but Flanagan ropes it in right at Willoughby. May sets up Minnick. Big swing right through the blocks to Bartlett on the cross-court try, though. Holzmeister left-handed is able to get it inside the antenna and down for a kill. Lauren May was tracking it down, but that ball fell out of the sky very quickly, and Colby has the set point. 24-23 off the kill from Holzmeister. Flanagan, the serve, popped up from Willoughby. Red Devils trying to stay in it. Minnick, big swing and a kill! You betcha. Briley Minnick keeps it alive for the Red Devils, but no, they say Oberlin is in the net, and we're going to a third. 25-23. Colby wins set 2, coming from behind to score. the last few points and win it 25-23. We'll take a break and be back with set 3 coming up next here on KFNF.
The sun is what everyone wants, and Ward Drug in Oberlin hopes you'll have safe fun in the sun this summer. Ward Drug reminds you that sunscreen is beneficial protection from those powerful rays of the sun. And if you get bugged by insects with bites, Ward Drug has you covered to soothe the itch and irritation. Got allergies from about anything these days? Ward Drug has you covered there too. You can always talk with a pharmacist to help you choose the best products for your individual needs. Ward Drug in downtown Oberlin, where they've got you covered for fun all summer long.
Are you ready to take the next step in your career? My name is Rick Holliday, and I work at Western Plains Energy in Oakley, Kansas. We're looking for motivated individuals who are ready to work hard, grow professionally, and be part of a team that values integrity, reliability, and respect. Whether you're experienced or just starting out, we have opportunities available in our maintenance, operations, and materials departments. We offer competitive pay, great benefits, and a supportive work environment. Apply today and join our workforce, where your contributions truly matter. Stop by our office or visit WPELLC.com to learn more. That's Western Plains Energy, where your future begins.
Ever wonder why some people have a spring in their step? It's simple. Fuel. Quality fuel from Decatur Co-op. Without the right fuel, your day can feel like a drag. But with Decatur Co-op's premium Fieldmaster diesel or unleaded fuel delivered straight to you, those days of sluggish starts are over. Serving Northwest Kansas and Southwest Nebraska, they keep you moving. Check out their bulk fuel delivery today. Premium fuel and service you deserve at Decatur Co-op, with a location near you.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
So Colby forces a third set with a 25-23 win in set number 2 after Oberlin won set 1 25-23. Maria Rodriguez with the serve to open up the third set. Holzmeister was come alive with the second set, couldn't get the kill to go there. Briley, big swing, and it's into the back row, plopped up by Tubbs and off the block of Holzmeister up front, and Holzmeister gets kill number 10 and gives Colby a 1-0 advantage here in set number 3. Oberlin led 22-18 in set number 2, and so it was a 7-1 run to win it for the Eagles. And now they're trying to keep it here. Holzmeister rolls it into the back row. Willoughby the dig, near side. Larson taps it over with the left hand. Popped up from the Eagles. Two-hand push over right at the donut. Up front, Minnick runs it down. A little miscommunication off the tape. Larson is able to get that one to go. And her third kill knocks us back up at 1 apiece here in set number 3. Oberlin in 3-set matches this year, 5-6. And just 1-4 in their last just 1-3 in their last 4 3-set matches, I should say. Near side attack and pushed over with the left hand from Briley Minnick. Ran down by Cheney. Bump set outside. Holzmeister into the middle of the floor. Larson was there. Briley inside the antenna. Almost an overpass, and they can't play it off the net. And Briley will get a kill. Her sixth, and Oberlin leads 2-1 here in set number 3. Dug out in the back row by Tubbs. Bartlett will run it down and send it back to the Red Devils on 3. After a little out of rotation there, Briley, big swing and a kill for the cross court. She's got 7 to make it 3-1. Oberlin out in front here in set number 3. So Oberlin on a 3-0 run themselves to make their way back into the match and take a 2-point lead. Oberlin will get Quinter coming up after this one. This one into the middle of the floor, picked up there by Tubbs. The send up down the middle. McCorkle with 2 hands pushes it near side corner. May to the back corner with 2 hands there. And now again on the attack. Blocked up front from Holzmeister. There was Brooklyn Gehring. Now Holzmeister rolls it over the blocks. And Maria Rodriguez with a dig. Briley a kill again there. Almost, but rained out by Tubbs. Back row attack. Cheney off the block up front. There by by Briley Minnick. Sent back over on an overpass. Brooklyn Gehring takes care of it. And it's 3 kills for Brooklyn. And a 4-1 lead for Oberlin in set 3. This serve goes into the back row, almost off the net. White keeps it alive, and Holzmeister punches it over. Near side, Briley Minnick off the blocks, and keeping it alive off of her own block. There was McCorkle. Cheney trying to send it back on a free ball. Shoots it long, and it's 5-1 Oberlin. So the Red Devils have opened up a 4-point lead in set 3. That's what you want to do, get a big advantage early. Larson, the serve to the back row. Holzmeister will end the run with kill number 11 from her. She's always been the big hitter for the Eagles, and she has today to make it 5-2. She's got 11 kills in the match, along with 2 aces. Flanagan goes back to serve now for the Eagles. And Flanagan will lob it up into the middle. There for Minnick, the setup near side, through the block, but it's long. And so make it 5-3. So 5-3 now. Brooklyn Gehring on the near side attack there. Thought she had a kill, but it was just a little bit long. Flanagan, the attack again, near side. Willoughby tracks it down, middle of the floor, and rolled over. With a kill try there from Briley Minnick. Holzmeister off the block up front to Lizzie Wyneth. Red Devils get it back. Miscommunication. They're able to send it over just barely. Now trying to go short up front there was Cheney. And it was blocked up front by Minnick. Red Devils absorb it and send it back from Briley Minnick. Two-hand push over from McCorkle up front. May outside. Briley cross-court try and a kill. So Briley Minnick with kill number 8, and that'll make it 6-3 here in set number 3. So 6-3, Oberlin here in set number 3. As the ball went into the stands, so the down official had to track it down, and then she's got to go through all the subs that Oberlin wants to make, and it looks like she's okay, so had a little bit of a delay there. Jory Fortin now into serve for the Red Devils as they lead by 3 in set 3. One set 1, 25-23. Lost set 2 in the same score. Back set, Holzmeister with the left hand on the near side. Pin is able to get it to fall off the touch up front and to make it 6-4 as the Eagles continue to rally back in with the play of Shaylee Holzmeister. 6-4, and Shaylee with 2 aces is back there to serve. She lobs it up to the far side, dug out by Larson, and trying to push it back over with one hand was Briley Minnick, but they're going to say it was outside the antenna, and it's 6-5. So 6-5 as the Eagles have crawled back to within 1 now. Oberlin jumped out to an early lead. Larson the dig, near side attack, try, no, miscommunication, and Sowers somehow is able to get it over with 2 hands. Eagles all out of sorts, get it back. Briley almost stuffed up front, but gets it to go off the blocks and down for a kill, her 9th, and it's 7-5, and the heavy hitters for each team are coming alive. So 7-5. And so, looks like Oberlin had a yellow card thrown against them, a little substitution problem, I think, but no point awarded. And instead it ends in a service error to make it 7-6. 4th service error for the Red Devils. So they led by 2, but still lead by 1 now at 7-6. As McCorkle goes back to serve, and her serve is into the net. 6th from the Eagles. 8-6 as they exchange service errors. Back to serve is Ella Willoughby. 8-6 Oberlin leads by 2 in set 3. All knotted up at 1 apiece in the set score, and this serve is long. Let's make it 3 straight service errors between either team. 2 for Oberlin, 1 for Colby, and it's 8-7. We'll see if we see some play here. As going back to serve is Sadie Cheney now for the Eagles. And Sadie's serve comes near side. Almost got an ace, but Briley Minnick with the dig. Larson punches it over with one hand, tight to the net. White shoves it back, and so does Jory Fortin. White tight to the net again. Overpass up front, and a double hit will be called. Maria was able to stuff it back with one hand and then caught Colby kind of in a bad spot. They hit it twice, and Oberlin will make it 9-7 off of the air up front there from the Eagles. So 9-7 in set number 3 as Lauren May will go back to serve. So Lauren May back to serve for Oberlin. This one lobbed up into the middle of the back right corner. There for Cheney. This one sent right back. Willoughby with a dig, near side, big swing. Off the block and down for a kill. Elsie Larson up front gets the Red Devils into double digits. Elsie, who's been a little quiet in the match, just 4 kills, makes it 10-7 in set 3. May back to serve. Sends it up to Bartlett back row, tight to the net. White, all she could do was pop it over, and the Red Devils keep it alive off the net. Will Izzy Wyeth and Maria Rodriguez do it? Now far side attack into the middle of the floor, dug out there by May. Sent over on a free ball from the 10-foot line there from Lizzie White. A two-hand pushover from the Eagles. Red Devils on the attack now. Long set up back row attack to the near side from Minnick. But with the dig in the back row over the Eagles, Holzmeister back row attack. Willoughby with a dig. Two-hand pushover and a sneaky set try there from May. And then going off the block and down for a kill are the Eagles. And that'll make it 10-8. So a long rally there goes in favor of the Eagles as they pull to within 2. Oberlin has kind of controlled all 3 sets, but the Eagles were able to use a 7-1 run down the stretch in set 2 to force a third set. This one tight to the net. Wyeth gets it over and gets it to roll off the block up front. How about that? And Lizzie will take that for her second kill and gives Oberlin an 11-8 lead in set number 3. As going back to serve now is Maria Rodriguez. Picked up there in the back row by Cheney. And Holzmeister with 2 hands shoves it down the far sideline. The setup down the middle off the block. Played off of the net up front, Larson. And May pushes it over with 2 hands. Holzmeister left pin off the blocks and down. 11-9. Shaylee Holzmeister continues to impress. Oberlin leads by 2 in the decisive winner-take-all third set. 11-9. Bartlett to serve. Picked up there in the back row by Willoughby. Near side set and a kill! Briley Minnick from the near side pin is able to get it to go on the cross court to make it 12-9. Oberlin by 3 in set number 3. As Elsie Larson serves it up into the net. Oberlin coming into the match, 161 aces to 168 service errors on the year, and have had 6 so far today. 12-10 in set number 3. This serve into the back row for Willoughby. Made the bump set middle of the floor, and Minnick just taps it over with the left hand. Now Holzmeister again off the high hands. And Maria recognized it, able to send back over from Lauren May. Didn't want to. Now McCorkle trying to go for the kill. Rodriguez the dig, set up near side. Briley trying to punch it over with one hand. Blocked by Cheney, but May was right there to defend it. Now Cheney goes short. Put over, back over on one by Lizzie Wyeth. The setup, Holzmeister, and down. 14th kill for Shaylee Holzmeister, and the Eagles crawl to within 1 at 12-11. Here in set number 3. As we continue to go back and forth. And why wouldn't we in set 3 between these two? This serve into the back right corner. Picked up by Larson. Back set down the middle. Briley Minnick into the back row. Dug out by Tubbs. Sent back into the court of play. And pushed over with 2 hands from the Eagles. Back set. Wyeth going near side and gets it to go with a cross court. Lizzie Wyeth goes down the far side line, I should say, not near side, but far side, and gives Oberlin back out in front by 2 at 13-11. Jory Fortin trying to go on a long serving run for Oberlin. Haven't been able to do it yet. Would love to here. Jory's serve barely gets over. Holzmeister the dig. Bad pass. She gets it back, trying to punch it over. Brooklyn playing it off her own block. Keeps it alive. Briley just barely pushing it over with two hands. And all Flanagan can do is that. And now Briley, after a bad set tight to the net, is blocked up front after she tried to punch it over. And it was Sadie Cheney with the block up front. 13-12, and that's what I'm talking about. Oberlin just hasn't been able to go on a long serving run to get a little point cushion, except to open the match. Since then, it's been really tight and back and forth. Dug out by Willoughby. Back set. Briley goes short into the near side far corner. I should say the far side corner there, tight to the net, and it makes it 14-12. Briley Minnick with the kill. She went short that time, her 11th. Oberlin leads by 2 again. Cheney down the middle. But Jory Fortin comes in with the dig, and then Sowers and Rodriguez with some miscommunication, and so it falls down and to make it 14-13. So kind of some defensive errors too, keeping the Eagles in it. 14-13 here in set number 3. One set apiece. This serve into the nets to make it 15-13. So that 2-point advantage, just don't feel comfortable enough with that one. Colby has been able to make their way back from long deficits too. Maybe a short one's in the favor of Oberlin. Off of the wrist, almost an ace, and it will be 4 hits on the Eagles. Not an ace, but a point, and a 16-13 lead for Oberlin here in set number 3, and head coach Shelby Mosier wants a timeout. And we'll take one with her. 16-13 Oberlin leads in set 3 here on KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs. Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com. Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
16-13, Oberlin leads by 3 in set number 3. They won set 1 25-23, lost set 2 25-23. When Colby went on a 7-1 run to win it, Oberlin has got a slight advantage of 3 points here at 16-13, middle part of the third set. Far serving to the line there from Willoughby. Down the middle. What a dig by Jory Fortin with one hand to keep it alive. Larson tracks it down and sends it back. Eagles on the attack now. Big swing off the block. Jory Fortin is there to get it back to the Eagles just off of one hit, though. Now Cheney is able to find it. And the Eagles out of the timeout were the aggressors that time, and it pays off as they make it 16-14. So back within 2 again are the Eagles, 16-14 in set number 3. This serve up to the near side, dug out there by Rodriguez. Back set and pushed over to the middle part of the floor, middle part of the net from Larson. Eagles do the same thing. Jory, all she can do is just punch it over with 2 hands. Down the middle and a kill. 16-15 now, and the Eagles will take that. So out of the timeout, a 2-0 run to crawl back within 1. Cheney serve to Rodriguez, middle of the floor. Fortin sets up Maria and almost got the kill. Almost an overpass, and White trying to sneak it back over the top of the Oberlin defense, just misses the far side line and makes it 17-15. So Oberlin will take that. 17-15, Oberlin leads by 2 in set 3. It was same score in set 1 at this point. Oberlin went on a 5-3 run to get out in front 22-18, but this serve is into the net here. And so it's 17-16. In set 3, service error number 7 for Oberlin. And Colby has really cleaned up their serves in the third set especially. Willoughby with the dig, back set Rodriguez with the opposite hand, punches it over down the far sideline. Holzmeister far pin, off the blocks, the pass pushes it out wide, and we're tied at 17. So 17-17. Shaylee Holzmeister with kill number 15. So we go back and forth. Who's going to win? 8 points to walk away with the win. Set up near side. Wyneth trying to get the Red Devils started. Almost got that one to fall. Holzmeister from in front of the 10-foot line. Gives it up with two hands, but gets it right back. Now she wants a kill try off the block up front right there from Maria Rodriguez. Now Holzmeister right back to the Red Devils on the attack now. Larson near side pin. Blocked up front. White trying to shove it back. Red Devils not going to be able to get it over, and Colby leads again at 18-17. So you just felt Colby was going to find a way, and they do. 18-17 Eagles in set 3. Timeout Oberlin here on KFNF.
1, 2, what do I do? 3, 4, dents in my door. 5, 6, get them fixed. 7, 8, make them straight. 9, 10, paint it again.
Got a dent, scratch, or crunch? Don't stress it. Bring it to Creative Collision, where they make child's play out of bodywork. Stop in on North Highway 83 in Oberlin, Kansas, or call 785-470-2130.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Well, the Eagles once again come alive late in the set and have the lead 18-17. They're on a 5-1 run here. Their last lead was when they led 1-0 to open up this set. Off of Larson's chest, Maria plays it off of a long setup and almost got it to fall, and it gets Colby out of rotation, so they send it back to the Red Devils. Maria down the middle, big swing to the near side, no! Just wide. I thought she had it, but they say it just barely misses, and it's 19-17. Colby now in front by 2. The Red Devils going to be having to work from behind. Willoughby, the dig, ran down by Lorna May. Two-hand push over and right back on a free pass. Now Larson near side off the blocks. Popped up in the back row. White sets it up down the middle. Block up front. Larson did a good job, but leaned back, and it rolled down her body and down for a point for the Eagles, who now lead by 3 at 20-17. Red Devils in desperate need of a side out. This serve, a hard one, and Willoughby at the last second trying to go for it. She can't. She does. It's off her wrists and an ace, and make it 21-17. What a change of events in set 3. This serve, another hard one, picked up by Larson, tight to the net, and just pushed over on 2 there from May. The setup, Holzmeister rolls it down the far sideline, but Willoughby there with a dig. Back row attack, Briley Minnick, and she's going to get the kill. Much needed. Briley with number 12 makes it 21-18. And the Red Devils now need a serving rally here. You don't really want to give them any more points. 21-18, Maria with the serve. She lollipops it over to Bartlett in the back row. The setup, Holzmeister off the block up front. Bartlett digs it out, and Holzmeister pushes it over with 2 hands. May, the setup down the middle. Briley off the block and down. And here come the Red Devils again. 21-19 as they're right back in it in set 3. So 21-19. Lobbed over into the back row there. Set up. Holzmeister off the block, you bet. She has just found a groove and has stayed in it. 22-19. Colby leads by 3. Bartlett back to serve. Red Devils have had some issues with her serve today. Bartlett with a hard one. Twiggles the twine. Larson the dig. Near side Briley. Rolls it down near sideline as well. and sent over from Holzmeister now for the Eagles. We're out of rotation. May to Briley down the middle, off the blocks, punch back from White. Dug out in the back row by Maria. They want Larson near side pin off the blocks into the middle of the floor. Bartlett keeps it alive. It's not going to be able to ran down, and the Red Devils get a much needed side out and get into the 20s. Still down by 2 at 22-20. Elsie Larson with her 5th kill. Back to serve is Elsie. Into the middle of the back row. Dug out by the Eagles. Holzmeister left pin off the block. May shoves it into the middle of the floor. Little miscommunication. Brooklyn Gehring gets it to Bradley Minnick, who gets the Eagles a little out of rotation. And all Holzmeister can do is bump it over from the 10-foot line. May, the setup. Bradley, the big swing. And a kill. Did she get some high hands? No. Everybody on the Oberlin side was wanting them. They're not going to call it. And it's 23-20. Colby leading by 3, 23-20. Man, thought Briley got some high hands there. And Oberlin wants to talk things over with a timeout. We'll take one with them. 23-20, set number 3. Oberlin down by 3 to the Eagles at Colby here on KFNF.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Call Matt Osmeyer at 785-475-2471. Your local dealer for Rollins, Decatur, and Norton counties.
Red Devil Athletics on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Colby Event Center. Red Devils down 23-20 in set 3. But have really been keeping it back and forth down the stretch, but need a long serving rally here to get something going. The serve goes into the back row for Larson. May will set it up to the near side. Big swing off the blocks. Right back here at the Red Devils. Now Briley down the middle. Gives it off for the back row. Flanagan with a dig. Near side Cheney. Two-hand push over. Middle of the floor. Larson right there with a dig. Tough set. Brooklyn Gehring tracks it down. Gets it over with a bump. Flanagan the setup. Holzmeister off the block. Briley Minnick right there. She wants it on the near side pin. Goes with a cross court. It's off the block up front. Rolls off the tape and down. Briley Minnick with kill number 14 comes up huge and gets the Red Devils back within 2, 23-21. Can they get the long serving rally they've desperately needed all match? 23-21. Colby in front. Jory Fortin with the serve. Dug out by Bartlett. Pass up, tight into the net. Holzmeister off the block up front. It's Briley Minnick again. Her 3rd block of the match, and she makes it 23-22. Red Devils have pulled back within 1. The serve from Jorley barely goes over. Holzmeister the dig. Cheney just punches it over. Red Devils on the attack now. Briley looking for the tie. Blocked right back at her. Scramble mode for the Red Devils. Sowers comes in, rolls it off the tape, and gets it over. Eagles on the attack now. Cheney too high and long, and the Red Devils tie it at 23. Timeout on the floor taken by Colby. 23-23 in set number 3. How about this? Neither team wanting to give up the final set, as it has been back and forth this whole entire set. Oberlin led the majority of the set until Colby took the lead over at 18-17, got out in front 21-17. But since that point, it's been a 6-2 run for the Red Devils, and it's a 23-23 all tie. So 23-23 in set number 3. Who's going to come away with a final 2 points? 23 all in set number 3. Oberlin trying to break a 16-game match losing streak to the Eagles. And they do it with 2 points here. To the back row, Bartlett off the serve from Fortin. Near side, Holzmeister pushes it with 2 hands. Fortin pops it up, Sowers the setup. Larson rolls it over to the middle of the floor. Flanagan, back set this time. Cheney off the tape, popped up with a dig from Fortin. Willoughby keeps it alive, and so does Larson. What a play by the Red Devils. Holzmeister with 2 hands, and she lands it right on the back line. And the senior comes away with her 17th kill there, and it makes it 24-23 and puts Oberlin in a pickle. 24-23. Red Devils just got to win 1, though, to make it go to extra points. Holzmeister the serve, Willoughby the dig. Fortin sets it up to the far side there. Minnick rolls it over middle of the floor for Cheney. She gets it back, looking for the 10-foot line on the far sideline. She shoots it wide, and Oberlin stays in it 24-24 here in set number 3. Back to serve now is Briley Minnick, knotted up at 24 apiece. Her serve dug out there in the back row. Eagles out of rotation, send it right back in 3. Red Devils on the attack now. Maria down the middle, off the block. Bartlett pops it up with 1 hand. Now sent over with 2 free hands there from the Eagles. Red Devils on 2, give it right back. Eagles on the attack now. McCorkle long as she was looking out of the middle spot and not able to. 25-24. Oberlin in front in set 3 with match points. Minnick, the serve, Bartlett off her shoulder out of bounds, it's an ace! And Oberlin overcomes a 3-point hold at 23-20 to win it, 26-24. And Oberlin, in a thriller, takes down 3A Colby and breaks a 16-game match losing streak to the Eagles. How about that? Oberlin with the set 3 win, 26-24. We'll take a break, come back with your post-game show. Red Devils got 1 more coming up against Quinter here in just a few minutes too, right here on KFNF.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right, or the Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your Colby Ag Center for a demo today. Colby Ag Center, your local Cub Cadet dealer at 305 East Horton.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
Chronic pain is a common condition with many possible treatment options that may include joint injections, nerve blocks, physical therapy, or radiofrequency ablation, depending on a provider's recommendation. Decatur Health shares this information to support community health education and awareness. By working together with specialists and primary care providers, Decatur Health helps patients and families understand available approaches to chronic pain. Learn more about chronic pain options at decaturhealth.org.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Banking should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
The Red Devils play here on today's best country, 101.1 KFNF.
Welcome back here from the Colby Event Center. A thriller in match number one of the evening between the Red Devils of Oberlin and the Colby Eagles, and it's Oberlin coming away with the 2-1 victory, winning set 1 25-23, losing set 2 25-23, but winning the third 26-24. The Red Devils come back from being down 23-20 to score to go on a 6-1 run and walk away with the win 26-24 there in the third set. Take you through your final numbers. We'll start for the Colby Eagles. It's 2 kills from Bailey McCorkle, 17 from Shaylee Holzmeister, and 2 aces, 6 kills and 1 block from Sadie Cheney there for the Eagles. Emily Flanagan, with an ace. Calissa White with a kill and a block. For the Oberlin Red Devils, 3 kills and a block for Brooklyn Gehring, 1 kill for Kyra Sowers, 1 ace from Jory Fortin, 1 ace from Ella Willoughby, 1 ace as well from Lauren May, 14 kills, 3 blocks, and an ace from Briley Minnick, 5 kills from Elsie Larson, 3 from Maria Rodriguez, and 3 from Lizzie Wyneth. The Red Devils finished with 7 service errors, so do the Colby Eagles. Oberlin with the win, back to 500, and we'll look to go above 500 with the win over Quinter in the last match. Colby with the loss drops to 14-20. So that'll wrap things up for our first match of the day. We're going to take a break, get you back to some regular programming for a few minutes or so, and be back here about 15 minutes or so for Oberlin taking on Quinter. That'll be our final match of the night. For those of you watching on the YouTube, we're going to end the stream and then bring you back with a new stream as well when Oberlin and Quinter are about to face off, as there's still about a little over 15 minutes or so in warm-ups for that one. So once again, Oberlin with the 2-1 victory over Colby to improve to 16-16 on the year as they continue to just add more wins than any Red Devils team has had in at least the last over 10 years or so. So Oberlin with the win, 2-1. Once again, get you back to some regular programming and then bring you back for Oberlin and Quinter, our final match of the night right here on KFNF.
From Colby, Kansas
to Cambridge, Nebraska,
we play today's best country. 101.1 KFNF. Oberlin, McCook. 101.1 KFNF.